Have you ever wondered why some people who appear to have it all often struggle financially, while others who seem ordinary are in fact quite wealthy? Welcome to the grand illusion of wealth, a stage where appearances often betray reality. We're living in an era where wealth is often equated with the glitz and glamour we see on the surface. The shiny cars, the designer clothes, the sprawling mansions, all these become symbols of financial success. But here's a secret. These symbols are often just that. Symbols, not the reality of wealth. We've all heard of the term, keeping up with the Joneses, haven't we? It's a race many of us find ourselves in, consciously or unconsciously. The pursuit of a lifestyle that mirrors what we perceive as wealth can lead to financial struggles. A paradox, isn't it? This illusion of wealth masks the truth that wealth isn't about the extravagance we can exhibit, but the financial stability we possess. It's about the ability to meet our needs, secure our futures, and have the freedom to make choices that enrich our lives, not just our wardrobes or garages. The irony is that those who seem to have it all may be living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to maintain the charade of wealth. On the other hand, those who live modestly, who don't flash their wealth, might be the ones who are truly wealthy. They understand that wealth is not about outward appearances, but about financial security and freedom. The pitfalls of equating flashy lifestyles with wealth are many. It can lead to financial strain, unnecessary debts, and a life lived for appearances rather than enjoyment. It's a trap that's easy to fall into, especially in our image-obsessed society. But remember, all that glitters is not gold. So let's challenge our perceptions of wealth. Let's look beyond the shiny exterior and understand what true wealth means. Because as we'll find out, wealth is more than just the sum of our possessions. Appearances can be deceptive, and nowhere is this more true than when it comes to wealth. Imagine someone who drives a luxury car, lives in a mansion and wears designer clothes. This person may look rich, but are they really? In a world where appearances often take precedence over reality, it's easy to be fooled. The person who seems to be living a life of luxury, with the latest gadgets, designer labels, and swanky cars, may not be as wealthy as they appear. This is the lifestyle of appearances, a life where the pressure to maintain an image of affluence often outweighs the reality of financial health. It's a high-stakes game of smoke and mirrors. The luxury car, the mansion, the designer clothes, all these are props on the stage of life, creating an illusion of wealth. But behind the curtain, the reality can be far different. It's a lifestyle fueled by high expenditure with the constant need to keep up with the latest trends and societal expectations. An ever-escalating cycle of spending to maintain the illusion. But what happens when the curtain is pulled back? What we might find is a teetering stack of debts and financial instability. The pressure to keep up with the Joneses, to maintain that glamorous facade, can lead to a precarious financial situation. The constant need to portray an image of wealth can result in overspending and lead to a life lived on borrowed money. And yet, the illusion persists. The lure of appearing wealthy is powerful, and many are drawn into the cycle of spending more than they can afford. It's a slippery slope, where the pressure to keep up appearances can lead to financial decisions that are not in the best long-term interest. In a society where we are often judged by our outward appearances, it's easy to get caught up in the lifestyle of appearances. But it's important to remember that appearances can be deceiving. Wealth is not about the car you drive, the house you live in, or the clothes you wear. It's about financial stability and being able to live comfortably within your means. Keeping up with the Joneses might make for a glamorous facade, but it often hides a far less glamorous reality. Now picture someone who drives a modest car, lives in a comfortable but not extravagant home, and doesn't flaunt their wealth. This person may not look rich, but they could be wealthier than you think. In the realm of true wealth, appearances often deceive. Those with genuine affluence understand that financial security eclipses the value of material possessions. They know the difference between assets and liabilities, between what takes money out of their pockets and what puts money in. They prioritize investments that yield long-term benefits over the fleeting thrill of short-term gratification. Imagine a world where your happiness doesn't hinge on the latest gadget, the flashiest car, or the grandest house. In this world, you have the freedom to pursue your passions, spend time with your loved ones, and contribute to causes that matter to you. This is the world of true wealth. True wealth is about having the financial freedom to live life on your own terms. It's about waking up every morning knowing you have the resources to weather any financial storm. It's about being able to retire early, support the education of your children, or fund that dream vacation without worrying about the bills. True wealth is not in the designer labels we wear, the exclusive clubs we belong to, or the luxury cars we drive. It's in the peace of mind that comes from financial security. It's in the joy of knowing that you have provided for your future and the future of those you love. True wealth is silent. It doesn't need to be flaunted or validated by others. It's not about keeping up with the Joneses. It's about keeping up with your financial goals, your dreams, your values. It's about living a fulfilled and meaningful life. So the next time you see someone driving a modest car or living in a comfortable but not extravagant home, remember, wealth isn't always visible. It's often hidden behind modesty and financial wisdom. True wealth isn't about looking rich, it's about being rich in the fullest sense of the word. The quest to appear wealthy can lead to a dangerous trap: debt. This invisible monster lurks in the shadows, ready to pounce whenever the desire for luxury overpowers the discipline of spending within means. Imagine debt as a silent companion, a shadow that grows with every uncontrolled swipe of the credit card, every impulsive online shopping spree, every extravagant vacation funded by borrowed money. It's easy to ignore at first when the initial thrill of purchases is still fresh, but like a snowball rolling down a hill, it grows and grows until it becomes a monstrous avalanche, threatening to bury you under its weight. This is the danger of debt. It's not just a number on a statement, it's a constant nagging worry that can rob you of peace and security. It's the sleepless nights spent wondering how you'll make the next payment, the sinking feeling when you see your paycheck disappear into a vortex of repayments, the anxiety of living paycheck to paycheck, always one emergency away from financial disaster. And then there's the impact on your financial freedom. Every dollar you owe is a dollar you can't invest, a dollar you can't save, a dollar you can't use to build your wealth. It's like trying to run a race with a heavy chain around your ankles. You might move forward, but the progress is slow and the effort is exhausting. The worst part, the longer you're in debt, the harder it becomes to get out. Interest piles on interest, late fees add up, and before you know it, you're stuck in a cycle of debt that seems impossible to break. It's a trap that can keep you living beyond your means for years, even decades. So before you're lured by the shiny allure of the latest gadget or the promise of a lavish lifestyle, remember this: debt is a heavy chain that can keep you from reaching your financial goals. Avoiding it is key to building true wealth. So, how can one build true wealth and avoid the pitfalls of appearances and debt? Building wealth, true wealth, is not an overnight process. It's a journey, a commitment to a lifestyle of prudence, planning, and patience. It's about understanding the difference between needs and wants, between looking rich and being rich. One of the first steps on this journey is living below your means. This doesn't mean scrimping and saving at every corner, but rather making mindful decisions about your expenditures. It's about choosing the reliable, affordable car over the flashy, expensive sports car. It's about choosing to cook a healthy meal at home rather than dining out at pricey restaurants. It's about knowing that every dollar saved is a dollar that can be invested in your future. Investing wisely is another essential step on this path. It's not about chasing the latest hot stock or trying to time the market. It's about understanding your risk tolerance, diversifying your investments, and sticking to a long-term strategy. It's about harnessing the power of compound interest, the eighth wonder of the world, as Einstein reportedly called it. The third step is prioritizing financial security over appearances. It's easy to get caught up in the race to keep up with the Joneses, but remember, appearances can be deceiving. The Joneses may look rich, but they might be drowning in debt. True wealth is not about the car you drive, the clothes you wear, or the house you live in. It's about financial freedom, the ability to weather life's storms without worry. and the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're on solid financial ground. Remember, the path to wealth is not a sprint, but a marathon. It takes discipline, patience, and a clear understanding of your financial goals. And most importantly, it requires you to be true to yourself, not to the illusions of wealth that society may present. True wealth isn't about what you show to the world. It's about what you have in your bank account, your investments, and your peace of mind.